It's just like, well, I mean, we're comedians. By the definition of what we do, it's a cry for help.
Right.
Like, so
Exactly. That's how I make my living, is cries for help.
That's right.
Like I have a cry for help coming out July 23rd. It's called Bam
Bam
Bam.
Bam.
Yeah.
This is the Bill Squire Show.
Jeez Louise.
Let's get another take of that.
It's crooked.
No, somebody had to start it.
Okay.
Everything's crooked in here.
Everything's a little crooked in here.
Like yo dick.
There it is.
Oh my God, there it is. And I have
Just as good the second time around.
I have a little curvature in my anus too,
Oh,
which is why Bill and I are a great fit.
yeah. The matches up.
Yeah, we're
it's
like-
like in Tenacious D when
Yeah,
one's got
that's
Tanakh
right.
and one's got Acious.
As long as
Yeah.
long as you have your curved penis and I have my curved anus, we'll always be friends.
And
It's like one half of an amulet.
that's like the yin yang
Twins?
pendants. No, like the
Yeah.
guys, you guys might have been a little too young for this, but like Pac Sun in like '94 would sell these. It was like a yin and a yang, and you give one to you take one, then give one to your friend.
Yes,
and then
yeah.
get the yin yang.
Oh, look at that.
Be like,
That's
"Ooh."
cute. That's us, man. Except
Right,
with
but with our dick
our-
and butthole.
Yeah, our dick and butthole.
You know what? It's you know what else is also a perfect match?
What? Is this
Us
something-
and Good Meal Jane.
James,
Pizza.
that's right. That's right.
So
They're-
smooth.
I'm the yin to their yang. I'm the butthole to their dick.
That's right, dude. They're fucking fantastic. They're hiring. I saw.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
they pay
We're
well.
good.
They do pay well.
They do pay well, and
Yeah.
they take care of their employees. So you can check out Good Meal Jane at Good Meal Jane on Instagram. You can do a call in order now, and I should have probably had this pulled up, but I can vamp for a little bit and just pull up Good Meal Jane, and we can see what that number is. Oh, do you guys want to guess what number it is? Just guess one number.
4.
2.
You're both wrong. It's a full phone number. It's what is it? 888 pizza 2. Holy shit! You guys are really close.
Wait, did you say 8?
No, I said
You said 2,
Yeah.
and you
2.
said 4.
I said
Yeah.
4. Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
we're good.
literally the number is 888 pizza 2. Call
We
Good Meal
both
Jane.
won.
We both win.
You guys both won. I
both
thought
won.
I was like, I'm gonna pull a fast one on you,
And
you're
you
not gonna. And instead, you guys pulled a fast one on me.
That's right.
So get Good Meal Jane pizza. Let that be the dick to your butthole. I hope you like this advertisement.
gonna get dropped so quick.
No, I think they'll like it. They're pretty excited about the way we've been advertising so far. So again, 888 pizza 2, incredible pizza in Ohio City at Sauce of the City Kitchen. They're open every Monday through Saturday, 1 till 8 p.m. or till they run out, because they'll also run out of pizzas because they have to make the dough every day. And if they don't have enough, they can't.
fresh.
Yeah, they keep it fresh.
They're not just going to keep making pizzas all day. They're just not. We need them more than they need us.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And they are also on DoorDash now too. So
How
can do-
nice.
Very
you can get it on
So
DoorDash,
convenient.
or you can get it on. You can just call the number 888 pizza 2.
Wow.
100 pies available per day, and they go through all of them.
I believe it. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So
is
much
nice.
pie.
All right. You had to vent about some stuff. You all right?
I'm good.
You're
Yeah,
okay?
I'm
Okay.
good.
All right, because I saw you like a little upset about some things earlier, and I didn't know if you wanted to get into, because I've had a tough couple weeks because I keep trying to, like get over my girlfriend, and it's been very difficult because there's not like a reason to break up other than we're just being adults about the situation where we never get to see each other. And it's only getting worse, and she might be moving to Miami anyway. So but like we still care about each other a lot.
Yeah.
But we just have different goals and different aspirations and different schedules, and there's just so many things playing against us that it's just making it very difficult to be in any sort of relationship anyway. And so it's I mean, what would you do in that situation?
What would I do?
Yeah.
Exactly what you're doing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
yeah.
But it's almost more difficult. Like,
Yeah,
when
because
there's so
I'm not
many
like,
things.
I'm not because like if you're mad at them or like they cheated on you, it's like if you have a reason
Right.
other than just straight up understanding that it's not working,
Right.
like that's like an adult kind of boring reason to break up. And I feel like a lot of people stay in relationships at that point where they'll be like, yeah, we'll just be ships passing in the night. But I don't think that's super great to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your problem?
Oh no, mine's just idiots at work. That's
Oh,
all.
okay.
Yeah,
So you don't
nothing.
wanna-
Yeah, nothing crazy. I mean, just how many times can you send the same email?
No,
And they just
apparently
don't
a
get
lot.
it.
Apparently a lot.
Hers is more trivial. Than
Yeah.
yours.
Yes, mine's very, very like I just hate people.
Yours is just like
Nothing
typical
exciting.
typical work stuff. You're having a crisis.
Yeah, I'm having. I mean, well, and it's to the point where it's like I'm having a hard time sleeping or maintaining any sort of schedule. I'll like do okay for a few days, and then something like the other day I was just cleaning out my phone a little bit and going through pictures and just seeing all these pictures of us together, and I was just like very sad on that morning. I was just like, man, I really miss this girl, and like I even tried to go like on a date, and that just didn't it was terrible.
With her or with someone else?
With someone else, and it was like having dinner with an old cousin,
Oh.
like
not
a
right.
cousin I haven't seen in a while. I'm like, hey, it was good, okay.
Yeah.
Do you know what I think
What's
could
that?
maybe help?
What's that?
If you get a pizza at Good Meal Jane's,
That's what I'm talking about.
right?
It's probably
cure.
It probably will help,
Yeah.
and I think I'm going to do that.
I think you should. So tell me about like what do I know this person? You don't have to name names. Do I know this person?
No,
well?
you don't
No.
know the person that I went out with. It's just somebody that like, it's actually kind of an weird situation in that we went out and we had like talked in the past when I was still like, because like I was dating my girlfriend for a while, like we were hooking up for a while, but we weren't like, I mean, even really going on dates. Like she would come over and we'd bang and like drink and stuff like that, and then or we'd meet at a bar or something like that. So that was like the first year of our relationship, pretty much. So we were just doing that for a while, and then after some ups and downs in that, we ended up getting together. But through that, I talked to other people because we weren't
Right.
together.
Yeah.
But this girl that just kind of came back, she's one of those girls that I talked to, and then she, like I told her like after we had dinner, I was like, hey, I'm just not ready yet. I'm not into that. And she's like, I understand. I'm still trying to come to terms with the fact that you lied and cheated on me. And I was like, wait, what? What? Yeah, I'm like, huh? This is a development because we were never together.
dating? Yeah.
We never even had sex. Like we kissed a couple times. We had drinks once. We would chat on like apps and stuff, but it wasn't like we were seeing each other even. Like it was
Right,
like
yeah.
and so for her to say that, I'm like, oh, I see where your mind is with this, and I will probably never talk to you again.
Right.
Are you
Time
never going to talk to her
step
again?
I'm probably never gonna talk to her
I
again.
really hope she sees this episode.
She might.
Could
Really?
she have been being funny?
Oh my God.
She may
was it-
have been. Ooh, were you being funny? If you see this, let me know if you're being funny.
It's not my mom, is it? It's not Beth, is it?
No, things are going great with Beth.
Oh, great.
She's
okay,
my
good.
she's my beacon of hope.
Oh,
she's
good. All right.
she's the one thing keeping me on track to make me feel like there's still love in the world.
Oh, well, she's good at that.
Yeah. Oh, I know. She tells me all the time. She's like, if there's one thing I can do, it's make people feel loved,
Feel loved.
and not just the.
Oh, you stop it.
Yeah, I'll make you feel like a son and a boyfriend.
So I want to know. I'm so done.
Hi, Beth. Thanks for listening. Stop listening.
Yeah. So she might be listening to this. And
Yeah.
are you hoping she was joking?
It would be because we never were
A thing.
a thing, or maybe she was talking about somebody else,
And maybe confused
and
you?
I'm confused about the situation. But I didn't even want to ask for clarity because I'm also just like I'm
You're
so
just
not
not
invested
interested.
in it. Yeah, so it just sucks. And she is a very nice girl and like cute and like it's just not where I want to be right now. Like I don't want like there's not a lot of interest in anything right now. Like other than like just doing work stuff. I've just been like pouring myself into work.
I would like to not rehash what happened last week, but I got a message from someone asking if
About
you were
the mantis?
if you were okay.
Well,
Because
You did? You got a
I did. I got a
message?
message. They were just like, "Hey, I watched that episode," and we have fans in South Africa, by the way.
What?
that's fucking cool.
Yeah. So yeah, she's somebody I know, just online. She's a writer. She messaged me. She was just like, "Yeah, that was a funny episode, but it got really dark when Bill started talking about the praying mantis thing, and then he outright said this is a cry for help." And I'm like, "Yeah, but I mean,
But outright cry for help is not an outright cry for help.
right? That's true."
If I may put it that way.
And then I was just like, well, I mean, we're comedians. By the definition of what we do, it's a cry for help.
Right.
Like, so
Exactly. That's how I make my living is cries for help.
That's right.
Like that's like I have a cry for help coming out July 23rd. It's called Bam
Bam
Bam.
Bam.
Yeah.
The
Yes,
album, you get it?
every single thing is a cry for help. But I feel like during the chat when we were watching it on YouTube last week, JoJo Babyface on YouTube, who is he calls into the Alan Cox show all the time, is Joe from Philly. He was ahead of us. And he wasn't.
How?
I know, I saw that, yeah.
The first thing that he said, and it wasn't because he heard me say it, but the thing that he wanted to become was a praying mantis.
And it wasn't because he heard you say that?
It wasn't because he heard me say that. It was he had the similar thought that
Yeah.
I
You're
had.
like parallel thought.
Yeah, so we had the parallel thought.
So check
of,
on him.
We want to have sex and then have it be the end. If we're
Of everything.
of everything, if we're an animal having sex.
Yes.
So that's what it was, and I think we were both just going for the same dark joke.
okay.
And then you asked me about
clearly
it,
worked.
and I was just like, well, I was just leaning into it and not like. Basically, what that was is I didn't have a good answer, so I went with something dark and
Right.
kind of the converse of what you went for.
Okay.
So
All
that's basically I pulled like the Uno reverse card on you,
Okay.
where you're like, I want to become the female spider and kill and taste the male spider,
Right.
which is also disturbing.
Right. Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. Everything I do is a cry for help.
Yeah.
But yeah, she
And here's the
just seemed
Here's
concerned.
the healthy one in the middle of the show.
So healthy.
Yeah, Tommy's the healthy one compared to
right.
AJ and I, mentally at least.
Yeah, hers was
And
like
physically, yeah.
yeah, hers was like, oh, but dolphin because it's a dolphin.
Because it's
This
dolphin,
is
it's
all
cute,
they swim around.
and they have sex
And
for
they
pleasure.
fuck.
Yeah, and they fuck.
Right.
Dolphins fuck. How was Put in Bay?
It was good. The crowd, though.
Yeah, that's
The
why I
crowd.
like. So the only time I've been to Put in Bay, I went on I just went for one night, and I went on like a Wednesday to a Thursday, and so it wasn't very busy at all.
Yeah.
And you know what? I fucking loved it.
I would.
And for our listeners in South Africa who don't know what Put-in Bay is,
For our listener in South Africa, Put in Bay is a place where you go if you live in Ohio and you can't afford to go on a real vacation.
that's right. So you go to
100%.
Put-in Bay. It's a little island in the middle of a lake.
Yeah. It's a big lake, though.
It is.
It's a
It's a
little
huge
island,
lake.
but it's a really big lake.
The first
and
conversation.
it's actually like it's beautiful up there.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
great.
it is.
Yeah.
I've never been, but it is great.
Like it feels enough like a vacation, but also so close to home.
I see. I kind of like that because I'm not a guy that likes to travel. Like
Yeah.
Here's the thing: I like to be at the destination, but getting to the destination, if it takes like too long, I'm like, oh, fuck this.
Yeah.
Like when we went to Jamaica, like I really loved being in Jamaica and like being at the resort. But anytime we had to go anywhere else, or when we had to, like, we go on these excursions, which were pretty fun, but I like that stresses me out. Flying stresses me out. I just want to be there. So like, I wish teleportation was a thing. That'd make
same.
it way easier.
I think teleportation does. It is a thing, or is going to be a thing, but there's no real way Because in order to teleport, they got to rip you apart atom by atom and then
know.
reassemble you atom by atom.
It's a lot. And then they have to reassemble you atom by atom and still have you intact.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. That's a lot to happen. And I don't imagine
Is it
there's
worth
any way.
it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, for not having to be at the airport, I think so.
Yeah, that's right.
To just be able to go someplace instantly. Should we do some jokes?
Yeah.
I never remember whose turn.
I go first this
You
week.
go first this week. Okay.
I guess that's my job.
Yeah.
God, these jokes. Shaquille O'Neal told Jimmy Kimmel on his show that he saw an alien in California over 20 years ago. He later went on to clarify that it may have been Phil Jackson undressing in the locker room.
I was gonna say, has he ever been teammates with Sam Cassell? Because that could have also been.
Oh my God, that's a I don't think they ever were.
I don't think they
teammates.
ever were teammates, but definitely. I mean, he could have just seen him in L.A. They played against each other.
All right, to actually, he actually said he saw a UFO, but for the sake of the joke,
Yeah, you went with that.
yeah, I went with Phil Jackson, the great Phil Jackson.
I'm still like that. They keep revealing a little bit more about those, UFOs or whatever they're calling them.
Yeah.
What do they call them now? Unidentified flying, but it's
Aerial phenomenon.
aerial phenomena.
yeah.
Yeah, so they're calling them that now, and they keep revealing more and more. And they're like, we have artifacts, like not just the video, but we have artifacts of technology that we don't understand.
Yeah.
And that's fucking wild.
Dude, I was talking to like somebody. We are living in the craziest time in history, probably ever.
Yeah.
I mean, save for like the
I feel
the
like,
ethnic cleansing that
Yeah.
happened in Germany 80 years ago.
but it feels like it's the brink of something, like where we're about to leave the old world behind and enter a whole new era. Like there's the revolution, what is the mechanical revolution or whatever it is, but now with all the information, how connected everybody is through the internet and stuff like that, we're getting to a point where it's harder and harder to keep secrets.
Yeah.
Things are getting out. Governments are struggling dealing with this new world and trying to hide
Figure
things from
out.
people. Yeah. So
war is going to be fought totally different.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
In the future, like I imagine wars are going to be won and lost with very little casualties, but more enslavement.
yeah. But I mean, I feel like we're all going to be Amazon slaves anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things.
But
where,
that's another thing, dude. Like, I mean, think about it. Like in our lifetime, like we went through 9/11, the housing collapse,
yeah.
a pandemic, 2 wars we're still fighting.
Yeah.
One is one of the longest wars in modern history. And I know I'm forgetting a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
The advent of the internet, like
9 Fast and Furious movies. 10 if you count 10 if you count Hobbs and Shaw.
I know.
Like, so it's a lot.
yeah,
It's a lot.
Marvel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's crazy.
All right, let me do a joke here. El Salvador, or in English, the Salvador, became the first country to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender. The people of El Salvador, or the Salvador, are excited because there's no way their leaders would be doing this as some sort of scam to further take advantage of them.
Oh my God, what an unstable government.
Right? Well, like we just wanted a currency that matches the stability of this country.
Yeah. Why can't those Latin American the governments figure it out?
Because they got all the good stuff down there.
Like
They got a bunch of. I feel like they got cocaine and gold and like
So many
avocados.
drugs.
Yeah.
And avocados, yeah.
Yeah,
Wars
avocado
on
yeah.
avocados.
they make cocaine out of avocado down there. It's healthier.
Yeah. It's got the good fats and the good fentanyl.
Have you ever had cocaine toast?
Yeah, all you need is one bite, and you're
good for the
and then
day.
you just kind of lick the rest off, but you
Yeah.
don't eat the toast, which is good because it's low carb.
That's right. You really get a sudden jolt to your metabolism in the morning.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right,
My joke.
I'm gonna go this time, and then you do. We'll ping pong back. Okay, a little bit different this time. LeBron has announced he's changing his number from 23 to 6 in honor of how many minutes were left in the game when he left the court against the Suns.
Was that how many minutes?
It was like 5.5 or something.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm rounding up a little bit. But
This is the first NBA Finals since 2010 that didn't have LeBron James or Steph Curry in it.
Is that true?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
that's nuts.
Yeah.
10 years, 2 guys.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, that's insane. I mean, like, as crazy as this makes it seem, I'm not LeBron as the GOAT guy.
No, I'm not either. I still think it's Jordan.
I still think it is. And the people who say LeBron didn't see Michael.
Right.
We saw Michael. I saw the second half of Michael. You got to see more of Michael than I
saw
did.
the whole championship run. Like, I was
Yeah.
pretty invested in basketball that whole way.
I saw the second 3 titles, and there was no bigger athlete in the world.
Right.
Ever.
No, he was a phenomenon. He created a level of fame that no athlete had achieved. Even like Muhammad Ali, like worldwide, like world renowned, but it wasn't this day-to-day experience of like you would see Michael Jordan almost every single day.
Right.
And to the point where people that didn't know anything about basketball or sports or anything like that were familiar with what he was doing because it was so big.
He was one of the first athletes that was like, he was on billboards in cities he didn't play in.
Yeah.
Which was like insane. That didn't happen before. No. I mean, you had people like in advertisements, but not like that.
It was over everything. I've never
everywhere.
been a sports person, and obviously, like,
you're a good litmus test for this because you were aware of Michael Jordan
very much so,
and it's you weren't any way involved with sports, and also pretty young then.
Yes,
So like for you to be aware of it at that age is just pretty astounding.
So let's just like put in I think most of us, and if you haven't seen it, even if you're not a sports fan, watch The Last Dance. Watch it.
It's incredible.
It's incredible. But even outside of Last Dance, like this puts into perspective how big Michael Jordan was, right? Like in Barcelona in '92, that team went to Spain, and they were treated like they were the Beatles.
Yeah.
But it was Michael Jordan.
Right.
Right. He had other great players on that team, but people were like...
Well, those people were brought up by his fame, too.
Right.
So, like, Michael Jordan was so famous that he made all those other guys even more famous, too, and they get to ride that just by being associated with him.
LeBron has played on every Olympic team since he's joined the league. He doesn't get that treatment.
No.
He doesn't get the Jordan treatment.
No, because it's happened already.
Right.
And Jordan is... It's the difference between the original and the second coming. And being the original is always going to be a bigger deal than being the next best thing.
LeBron's 3 on my list.
Who's second?
Kareem.
Okay, not Kevin McHale.
No, not Kevin McHale. No, Kevin McHale is amazing. He's amazing.
You know what? Charles Barkley was talking about him being the best power forward he ever played against.
Yeah.
So in an earlier episode, we talked about Kevin McHale and how I thought you were crazy for your stance on him. I still think it's circumstantial that he ended up being as popular, and I really think.
Man, he was a torture chamber, dude.
Yeah, I guess. All right, do a joke.
All right. What do we have? Logan Paul fought Floyd Mayweather over the weekend and went the distance against the finest fighter of his generation. The internet went crazy over what they think Logan Paul's next fight should be, and cancer was the overwhelming favorite.
I'd like to see him go 8 rounds.
Yeah, that's right. I know you're not a sports fan. I'm sorry, we did a bunch of sports
it's okay,
jokes in a row.
That was the last of my sports jokes.
Yeah, that was the last of mine too. I might have one more. But did either of you guys watch that fucking crockish shit?
No, I was trying to watch it, but like it didn't work on Showtime. Like, so I'm waiting for a refund on it still. Because
Floyd knocked him out.
Yeah, I saw that.
Did you see that?
I did see that.
Floyd knocked him out, like,
and held him up,
Like it was a fucking work. Yeah. Boxing's dead.
Yeah,
it's over. Like it's over. Like it had its time in the sun, and it's dead now.
And I say, you know what's going to replace it? Rise from the ashes. Foxy boxing is going to make it.
What's foxy boxing?
Just hot girls boxing.
Oh,
but not really boxing.
Oh, okay.
Just kind of.
Is that like a
kind of like a pillow fight?
Like a splooshing thing?
No. This is more. Yeah, no.
This is
more contact.
Yeah,
okay.
more this is similar to this is back to just like mud wrestling.
Oh,
but
Yeah,
classier than
Classier.
mud wrestling. Yeah.
Okay, just hot girls punching each other in the head.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, just hot girls trying to give each
I'm
other
game.
brain damage.
I'm a part of it.
All right. I'll do a joke here. Around 800 criminals were arrested after using secured devices that were running FBI spy software. They would have caught more, but they told everyone about the devices. Why would they tell people?
I don't know. Criminals are dumb.
Yeah. No, but the FBI, the story's out now.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
could have just kept doing this. But,
And just not getting away with it.
and be like, oh, we don't why divulge how you caught them? It's,
Right.
But they're so
Don't
proud
do
of
that.
it. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
They're so proud of it. Hey,
They can't
we tricked a
help
bunch of guys. We made these secure devices. Well, they thought they were secure, but it was the FBI putting them out there for everybody. Criminals are dumb.
That's crazy. I've always wanted to be a part of a heist. I think most people do.
You
But-
steal my heart every episode.
You.
Oh, no, not you. Good Meal Jane does. That Good Meal Jane.
What? Where
888.
would this heist happen?
I
a
think I would-
big heist.
No, I think I'd want to steal something like art.
A piece of art.
Yeah.
What piece?
Okay, so I've actually heard that art is
There's a documentary about an art heist.
yeah, but I
That was
heard
in Boston and
yeah.
They on St. Patrick's Day they stole all this art because everybody all the cops were in the parade and everybody was drunk
Yeah.
as fuck, so they went and stole it's the biggest art heist of all time.
Damn.
And everybody that's involved is dead and they don't know where any of the paintings are.
This is why
Crazy.
most paintings in museums aren't the real thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're hidden somewhere in a fucking
Yeah,
Yeah, because
in
if
a
that happens,
yeah.
it's
But
just gone forever.
I was watching. There's this guy. He was the world's most prolific jewel thief.
Yeah.
And he got caught, but now he's a YouTube guy, and he was talking about it. And he's just if you're gonna be a career criminal, art is the worst thing you could try to steal
Oh yeah.
because you want to go for jewels.
Yeah.
Because it's you just pick it up,
You
you
can
can put it in
hide
your
it, yeah,
pocket.
you can
Right.
With art, it's just you have to fucking do.
Yeah, you have to
Carry it
take care of
around.
it still.
Yeah.
And also
And you have to find somebody to buy it.
yeah.
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 Like a jewel you can remove from whatever it was in and just be here. It's easier to fence a jewel than a painting or
He
sculpture.
said that the majority of
honestly,
art
if you,
heists.
But if you want to have balls, the coolest is art.
yeah, it is. It is the coolest. And he said the majority of art heists happen. The dude pays people to go steal the art.
Yeah.
So you don't have to fence it after
Oh,
you
okay.
take it.
Yeah.
So it's just I
That's
want
good.
this piece.
Yeah.
But he's just but those are so few and far between. And then even if you get into the museum, it's just are you taking the real thing or are you
Yeah.
taking? It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
I've done my research on this.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you're not going to go that
Yeah.
direction. So we were
No.
talking about this on the Alan Cox show was about what would we do if we weren't allowed, we got $50 million. We weren't allowed to do comedy or entertainment anymore. And Mary couldn't think of anything. And Alan was just yeah, I'd take the money, but I couldn't really, he's I'd figure something out. But me, I said I'd start a dog kennel or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Do something like that. But now hearing about this art heist seems also
That
interesting.
to me. If I was there,
Exhilarating and
yeah, if I was a part of that conversation, I would absolutely. I'd be I'm a career criminal. I'm gonna do nefarious things with this $50 million.
but not even but difficult things, things that
Yeah.
are a little harder to pull off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm that's what I would do because even though you're not really, I don't know if I would take the money. Honestly, over not doing it because I really like doing what I'm doing, even though I'm broke.
Right.
I would
I
probably
would take the money. The money's good.
Yeah. Well, all right.
Because then you find something else that you could be passionate about. To only have one passion is a little short-sighted, in my opinion. And that's kind of what I was getting into it with Mary about it. She's but you never feel you find something else that makes you feel that way. This is what we've put our life's work into, but there's other ways to feel good.
But I
Yeah.
mean, but you and I mean, you're not a stand-up, but I'm sure you have something. Is there anything that makes you feel more alive than killing and hitting it.
No, not at all.
And
but I'm
and
saying
that's the
I could
thing.
find something. And in the chase of that would, like, yes, it would stink to leave this behind, but I feel like the pursuit of that next thing would be interesting to me. So whether it's taking care of dogs or like learning to like be like a woodworker or something like that, like I feel like I could find something that I'd be passionate about.
I just
and
don't
enjoy.
I don't think you're gonna find something like that because most people don't know what it feels like.
Right.
And it's a great feeling when you're up and you're hitting it. That can't be duplicated.
No,
But if that's out of the equation,
yeah,
there's
but I've
gotta be
also
somewhere.
experienced it too, so I don't lose those memories. I still
Right.
get to,
But then
I've also done I've done it longer than Mary. I've done it longer than you. Like I've done it to a point where I'm like, yes, those things all feel great, but I'm a little past it compared to where you guys are.
Right.
Where I've done it enough and long enough that the highs are highs and the lows are low, but they're all getting a little more squished together where none of it's all fleeting. So to have some sort of existence where I can enjoy myself and not have to base it off of how others react to me seems, nice.
right.
Because right now my whole life is getting other people to react to me in
Right.
one way or another. And to kind of remove that from my life seems nice.
That
to
means we don't have a show if Bill gets 50 million.
Yeah, I don't
That means
think-
we're done.
I know, but I feel like the AJ and Tommy show will be just fine.
All right.
I'll
all
give
right.
you guys some seed money.
All right. Cool. I'd be like, all right, Tommy, I guess we're figuring it out. Is it my joke?
I think so, because I think I did the criminals one. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. According to a new global survey, nearly 1 in 5 adults do not identify as straight. The other 4 are puzzled as to why they're being asked this stuff during a COVID test.
Very good.
So I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
That that people are like opening up like that.
It's
That's
only
20%.
1 in 5.
Yeah, 1 in 5. That's 20% of
Yeah.
of adults surveyed. That's
Yeah.
huge. That's a
Yeah.
huge amount. What I think is like on job applications, like they're asking you about it. I'm just kind of like, I don't see how that is going to be anything but like either hurt or help you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like I don't know why they ask that.
What is?
Well, no,
It kind of goes back to when we were
I can't
talking about
remember
the
that.
personality test
Right.
a few episodes ago. There's this documentary on HBO Max about the personality test and how they use those to basically discriminate against people, whether it be race, gender, or, mental, not even illness, but just like your mentality.
Yeah.
And so they want you to be a cog in the machine and not mess things up. And so they have developed these personality tests, which are very, very biased against really big factors that really don't contribute to how well you do as a
Do a
worker.
job. Yeah.
So I feel like this kind of falls under that umbrella of like, they don't need to know this stuff for a job. Like, why would
Yeah,
they
like
need
why
to
are you
know?
asking if I have a mental disability?
Yeah. Why are you asking
Yeah.
me what makes me come?
Right. Why are you asking how many fingers I can fit inside me?
Right.
It doesn't matter.
Listen, don't worry about how we know that
It's
my
4.
dick fits his butt.
That's
All
right.
That's our business.
That's none of your business,
On the application
Amazon.
for this podcast.
That's
Jeff
right.
Bezos. Leave us alone.
So do I do another one in a row?
Yeah, you can do another one.
All right. This one is all right. This one's a little mean and it's worse.
Let's do it.
All right. A new dinosaur discovered in Australia is now the largest dinosaur ever discovered in the country, shattering Nicole Kidman's record by 98 meters.
She's so small.
I know, but she's a
tall,
dinosaur.
But what?
Why is she a dinosaur?
She's
She's
like,
old?
well, no, she's just been around for a long time, and that's why I said it's mean. I
don't-
don't like it, and I
don't
like
think
Nicole
it's mean.
Kidman,
I feel like it's just like it's absurd.
and she's
to
really
think-
tall.
Is she really tall?
Yeah,
think so,
yeah, she
yeah.
like towers over everybody.
Oh, I didn't know she was tall.
Yeah, I just meant to like because she's really tall, not because she's old.
I didn't know she was tall. Okay, good.
Yeah, as I was reading it, I'm like, oh, this is mean. I'm making fun of her.
How old is Nicole Kidman? Or how tall? How tall?
She
Well,
seems
at her
really
age,
tall,
too,
right?
I'm pretty sure she's tall.
Yeah, she's like a fucking. She looks
All
like
right, what do-
Slender Man.
She's hot though.
Yeah, she's
Oh,
gorgeous.
She's so hot. We're gonna go with over 6 feet tall.
Yes, I think so.
I don't think she's over 6 feet tall.
5'11".
Oh, damn it.
So she towered over Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
But everybody does. 5'11" is tall.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's
yeah. She's taller than I am.
Yeah. She's almost as tall as me.
Yeah,
We can make it work, Nicole.
Yeah.
I'll give you a shot. Maybe you're what I need to get over my ex.
is Nicole Kidman. I'll tell you what, her and Batman Forever
yeah.
helped a young AJ discover himself.
Yeah, discover he's one of the four, not the one.
Yeah. Val Kilmer helped me discover that I'm the one.
Yeah. Oh, you're like,
One out of five.
I thought it was Nicole, but then I saw those nipples on the bat suit, and I was
Yes.
like, well,
That was
I
Clooney.
guess
Why did they
Nope,
put?
it was not just Clooney.
There was no nipples on Kilmer's bat suit.
I will show you.
There weren't.
Who was Batman and Robin?
That was Clooney. He definitely
What?
had the nipple
Was
suit.
it?
Yeah. There was no nipples on Val Kilmer's suit.
He did.
No, he didn't.
Batman Forever.
He did not have nipples on that suit.
What do I get if I'm right?
I don't know, Bill. How about a pie from Good Meal Jane's?
So at the end of the movie, he gets the Riddler breaks into the Batcave and destroys everything, except for one suit that's a prototype suit.
It has nipples on it?
And I will show you the scene where he suits up. And let me see if it's on YouTube. But yes, it does have nipples on it. I found a picture of it. Batman.
I love it though.
Yeah, I don't like the
it's so
nipple suit.
unnecessary, but I'm here for it.
The bat nipples. The bipples. I don't understand why they did that.
Me neither.
So that's
Give us
Batman.
nipples,
That's
not
Batman
dicks.
and Robin.
Is the audience going to be able to see this, or is this a copyrighted thing?
It's a copyright thing, so we can't do it. But is that the one? Maybe we won't be able.
Yeah,
to.
well,
But-
let's just
but
do it
there-
after.
Yeah, but here it is, like an image of it. So this is the suit that he wore at the end of the movie. That's Batman and Robin. Where's Batman Forever?
I know, you can't
There it
find
is. No, it's right here. It's this one, Batman Forever. Nipples.
That's George Clooney.
That's not. It's Batman Forever.
No, that's George Clooney's mouth. That's not Val Kilmer's mouth. That's George Clooney.
There's definitely nipples in Batman Forever.
Well, I mean,
I
I'm
don't
sure there's
know.
nipples. Chris O'Donnell took his shirt off, but it wasn't a part of the suit.
Maybe it was just on Robin in Batman Forever. Okay, so it was just Robin, it looks like.
I don't remember the
Why
nipples.
only
on
one though?
Robin.
Then
I don't know.
do they share?
The,
So
the
here
nipple,
it is.
the
It's-
nipples on the suit bewilders me to a degree that I've been thinking about it for almost 30 fucking years.
Yeah.
Like I think
So
I've
it
talked
was
to you
just
about
Batman
this.
Forever, and it was.
No, it was Batman and Robin had
But
the nipple suit.
Batman Forever, Robin's suit had nipples on it.
Why did? And that's
Look,
the thing.
look at right here.
Okay, I have to get a better look. I mean, I believe you. I believe everyone.
Yes.
All right. I don't understand why. Like, it just really upsets me to a degree that I know it doesn't make sense.
in Batman and Robin, it does though because of Mr. Freeze. Like, it's
Yeah,
fucking
that's cool.
But like the other ones, I don't know.
Because he. Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
That's so very.
Thank you for laughing.
Yeah, no, that was a funny joke. That might have been the best
best joke
joke
of the
out of
whole
all
thing.
of ours. Yeah.
That's why I'm here, baby.
How many?
That's Clooney.
How many more jokes do you got, Bill?
I got two more.
You got two more. I think I got
I'll-
one more.
I'll do one, and then you do yours, and then I'll do mine.
Okay.
Okay. Tiana Taylor is the first woman to be named Maxim Magazine's. Oh, I'm sorry. Tiana Taylor is the first black woman to be named Maxim Magazine's sexiest woman alive. And much more shocking news: Maxim Magazine still exists.
Speaking of things that helped a young AJ discover himself, Maxim Magazine was one of those things. What else is there besides like scantily clad ladies in there?
Oh, there's
a lifestyle?
workout tips and stuff. Yeah, there's like that and like fashion crap like that. And I haven't read it in a long time, but like I remember that was a part of it. jokes, silly like articles.
Oh,
They do
okay.
interviews with athletes or
I might try
actors
to
and
write
stuff.
something for Maxim.
Yeah?
Maybe I'll try to throw something. I gotta find an
you
editor
go.
at Maxim.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
What would you write?
I don't know. Whatever they want.
Top Batman nipples.
Yeah, top Batman nipple suits.
All right, go for it.
All right. According to a new report, some Vatican workers have been laundering money and using their offices for personal gain, while high-ranking members of the church ignored it entirely. Kind of makes you wonder what else the church knew about and ignored.
Those guys aren't on the up and up.
I know. They don't know what's happening in their own corporation.
Man, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to the Catholic Church. These guys can't catch a break.
I know. Did you guys see that movie Spotlight?
Yes.
If you want to watch a movie that really pisses you off,
Yeah.
dude.
I
Oh
don't
my
even
god.
know what it is.
Okay, so Spotlight is about the reporters and journalists that
That worked for the Globe.
worked for the Boston Globe and basically uncovered
The extent of the abuse.
the
Okay.
abuse in the
All right.
Catholic Church, where they tracked down all these different priests, saw how they were moving them around to different parishes, how it dated back decades and was not just something that was in Boston, but worldwide.
Right, yeah.
And how hard they worked to do it.
Yeah.
That movie really makes you mad.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
Yeah, like the and
And so when people are
Why,
like, "Oh, the
though?
Catholic
I
Church,"
just don't get why they
Why?
want to.
because they're
hide
just
it.
trying to protect the church, and so like they saw that this became like an epidemic within the church, but they didn't want to just like
We're-
they just it was
Fixing
all
the issue would make
right,
more sense.
fixing the issue
You'd
would,
think.
but
You
it
would
would
think, yeah.
also out them as facilitating it because it dates back a very long.
They
What is
just
it?
keep piling on the years, though.
Yeah.
Then, yeah.
But then it just became like routine.
Yeah.
It's like this is something that we have to do as
said, like-
members of the the
I forget the exact
yeah.
percentage, but I think they said like it was like almost like 3% of priests in Boston.
yeah.
Which back then
Yeah.
there was a lot of priests in Boston.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if it was like 3%. It might have been less, but that's a lot of fucking
Right.
priests.
And then it was nationwide and worldwide
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and Boston was kind of like
to the point where they had set up a system to deal with it and cover it up.
But when you look at it, like Boston was the perfect place to figure out that it was happening there because
Yeah.
of the huge Irish Catholic population there,
Because
and the
of
fact there were
size of the
so
Catholic
many
Church
churches.
there, so many churches, and also so many, honestly, children to prey on because of the number of like single, like because they would prey on poverty-stricken
Right,
kids.
right, yeah.
So like that's where they would focus.
It just makes too much sense that they discovered all of this in Boston. It just makes too much sense.
Yep. But Boston hasn't had a single problem since.
No.
All right.
Well, I mean, besides the Boston
Yeah,
Marathon.
they've had a few problems. Yeah. All right, last one. A video of a groom checking his phone as his bride walks down the aisle has gone viral, proving that we could have used a much deadlier plague.
Wait. So the groom was checking his phone?
Yeah, she's walking down the aisle, and then he just like nervously checks his phone and puts it back in his pocket.
I would do that too.
Yeah,
I feel like
The automatic.
Yeah, it's just
reaction,
automatic.
But why do you have it on you though?
because that's where his vows were written.
Oh,
so like
okay,
it's a
okay.
pretty innocent thing, but it's
Yeah.
like the comments,
looks bad.
The comments, if you go like she posted it on TikTok, and it's getting like a lot of heat on TikTok where people are just like, divorce, piece of shit guy, he's cheating on you. And it's like, no, he
What?
probably wanted to know what time. Like, and again, we're all habitually looking at our phones all the time.
Right, yeah.
So I don't blame this guy for 1 second. As she's walking down the aisle, he just like feels a buzz or just is nervous and just goes like.
Right, just
to
checks
check
it.
his phone.
Right, yeah.
And also, maybe he did have a side piece. What are we?
It's none of my business.
Yeah,
I don't
doesn't
care.
hurt me.
Was she mad? Like, did she post it pissed off, or was
no?
it?
She posted
thought it was
like
funny?
she posted in like a pretty funny way. She's
Right.
like, here 4 years ago, one of the most romantic moments of my life. I'm walking down the aisle, and here's my husband checking his phone, which is pretty
That's
funny.
so awesome.
And he wasn't on it for like a long time either. Like he looked at it, realized what he was doing. He's like, "What the fuck am I doing?"
Yeah.
But it was just, I think, nerves.
100%.
I think
that home.
that's one of those things too where I've been married, but there was no nerves because I've done things that are a lot more nerve wracking.
Nerves in like
And
getting married, like in okay.
Yeah, like I didn't have any like nerves.
Yeah.
If I ever get
Like
married,
standing in front of like a group of people, everyone looking at me, like
That's nothing, not
I
new.
don't
Yeah,
give a
yeah.
if I ever get married, I don't want a ceremony, and I don't want anyone I know there.
No.
Perfect.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
No.
it makes sense. I think my wedding was less than 7 minutes. We had somebody time it because we're not religious. We were just like boom, boom, boom.
Let's get it
That's
done.
it.
Yeah.
It's like 7 minutes start to finish.
Whoopsie, what kind of wedding would you like? It's little sniffs. Do you
So
guys hear little
cute.
sniffs? Little sniffs. All right. Well, that's pretty much the episode. I think we got
wrapping
all
it
the
up?
jokes. Yeah, I think we're wrapping it up. Anything you guys want to plug? AJ's killing it on Instagram, so make sure you follow him at AJ DeCosimo on Instagram and Twitter. One or the other. If you get both, it's a little overkill.
It's the same.
It's the same thing.
You've been introduced to Slutman now. That's the shaving cream character.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
do you
love
like
it.
Do you
I'm
like?
here
Do you,
for it.
do you like her?
Yeah.
Yes, very
Yeah,
much so.
Slutman is a girl.
It's a lady.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Slutman's a lady. At Tommy LC on Instagram, Twitter, and OnlyFans. How's the OnlyFans doing?
Good. Not bad.
Do you? Can we ask you some questions about it?
Yeah, anytime. Yeah.
How much? How many subscribers do you have, if you don't mind me asking?
I fluctuate between 200 and 300.
I feel like those numbers should be pumped the fuck up.
Yeah.
You're very hot and you're very good at
Thank
what you
you.
do.
I
Oh,
bet.
thank you.
I bet that they're paying good. Do you personalized videos for them?
Yeah, I do. Recently, it's just been a little bit slower. I've just had life going on, so I haven't been like plugging it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, last year I made pretty good money, and it's
Cool.
Yeah.
That's good. So yeah, that's interesting. I think it's so follow her on OnlyFans. And how much does it cost a month?
$10. That's
$10.
it.
That's
$10 a
That's
month.
it.
You get all the
Yeah.
porn out of her
Yeah.
you want.
Yep.
You sounded so disgusting.
No, that's not what I meant.
like the
you get all the smut.
Every other, I feel like every other like talk show and like situation that I've been in is always like a girl like, no, I will never do that. And now like my show is the one where it's like, hey, the girl's trying to show you her tits. All you got to do
Please
is go
look
and pay
at
for
'em.
Yeah, just go pay for them.
Yeah.
$10. That's
$10.
it.
Look at her
$10 a
tits.
month.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right.
You get all the porn out of her you want.
All the porn
all
you need.
the dirty
Yeah.
fucking smut in the world.
So that
Be
that kind
nice.
of goes back to the girl that I like had dinner with. I wonder if she would consider like me looking at pornography cheating if she thinks that I was cheating. Like that's
Right.
let's before we go completely. I'm going to talk about my someone I know who's young. Who my daughter. She's very jealous of dudes being like following TikTok people, like TikTok girls and stuff like that. And she asked my advice, and let me know if you think I gave her the right advice. I just told her, you have to figure that out because you're not going to find a guy that doesn't follow any pretty girls on social media.
That's not gonna
Yeah.
happen.
Like it does
Right.
not happen. Like they're like, I know you've been burned by it in the past, but you have to reconcile that with yourself and get over because guys, especially your age, are going to follow hot girls on and like you're going and seeing who he's like. You got to stop that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
I
if you're
don't-
checking who he follows multiple times a day, you're bringing yourself nothing but pain.
Yeah, and 99% of the time, the people that they're following, they're never going to meet them.
They're not going to meet them. They're never going to talk to them.
Right.
They're never going to
exactly.
have any sort of interaction with them. It's just guys like visuals.
Yes,
So when you
yes,
see
all over the
a girl that's pretty on Instagram or TikTok and they're doing these dances, they go, oh, I'm going to follow that because I like seeing that. And it doesn't mean we don't like you. It's just and that's basically.
Yeah, you can't like expect your partner to stop thinking other people are attractive. It's
Right.
not like a light switch.
Right,
Like,
and
you're dating,
and she's
okay,
like,
turn
oh,
it off.
it makes, and I get where she's coming from, because she's like, it makes me feel like I'm not enough, and I was just like, it's not.
Did you ever like none of us are ever enough?
I'm like, you have to change your focus and stop thinking that there's a such thing as a one person or anything like that, because you throw yourself, like, you're so in love with the idea of having a boyfriend that you create a scenario and then hope that it works out versus building an actual relationship. So that's kind of what I told her, because you're dating a guy that's also 21 years old. So you say you want these things, and he says he wants these things, but he's 21 and the world's a crazy place. He doesn't know what the fuck he wants. So stop acting like he's going to have everything perfectly figured out and know how to express his feelings. That takes it takes guys longer to figure that shit out.
Yeah.
So stop putting him in this place where you expect him to be perfect, and let him, let things build together, versus already saying this is where I want to be, and saying that that's where we are, and then expecting it to automatically be there.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So is that good advice?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has the it has the AJ seal of approval.
Yeah.
For what?
Anyway, thanks guys for listening.
Yes.
Check out, make sure you follow the Bill Squire Show if you don't already follow. Subscribe, and just that's all. Bye-bye.
This is the Bill Squire Show.